Are you an Indiana music fan wondering what you're going to do this weekend? Are you an Indiana artist with an upcoming show or new music that you just put up on Spotify? Conscious Effort Creative is your hub for Indiana music. For the month of October alone, we have 224 shows on our website right now, covering South Bend, Fort Wayne, Lafayette, Muncie, Indianapolis, Bloomington, Madison, Evansville, and more. We seek out the latest Indiana music releases, and we share all of this with you each week. Find us online at consciouseffortcreative.com and on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify.
Hi, this is Spenser, and this is Voices of Indy podcast.
Wanna do, girl, where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl? What's your future hold? Time is slipping away. Gotta pick it fast, girl, gotta pick a ride. It's a win-lose, so you pick your own fight. It's the real world's game. What you wanna do, girl, where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl, what's your future hold?
Welcome back to Voices of Indy. I am your host, Josh Gillespie. With me this week is a very special guest, one who has really impressed me this year. Don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm just...
Don't get ahead of yourself. It is Spenser.
Hi.
How you doing, Spenser?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I'm so happy to have you on the show.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, so you've done radio interviews before.
Yes.
So you're not necessarily, a rookie to this.
No, I also used to host a radio
Really?
thing. Yeah, I went to JEL at North Central.
Yes.
And I was in the IASB radio competition, so I would do a bunch of radio stuff at North Central.
Oh, that's cool that you kind of had that experience here.
Mm-hmm.
My first revelation of Spenser was at the Taco Bell Cantina.
That was a funny gig.
That was a funny gig. I can't. And all I remember is at first I thought you were a dude because Aaron set the whole thing up. He's like, "Yeah, Spencer's gonna be playing." I was like, "Spenser, okay, all right."
Yeah, most people think I'm a dude. But...
Yeah, and then you get there and you're like, "Oh, okay, no, that's cool. All right." And so I think if I remember correctly, you actually took the first hour of a 3-hour shift. 4-hour shift.
I think I took the second hour.
Second hour?
Because you were performing
that's right.
there.
That's right.
And then we talked about Smashing Pumpkins, and then I started passing out.
From the conversation about Smashing Pumpkins?
No, when I remember, do you remember this?
Oh, it was extremely hot up there.
Yeah, because this is when I discovered I have a weird thing where I pass out. And so,
then?
Yes, that was the first time. I'm like, I'm just meeting this guy, and now I'm falling over during I Will Survive, and you guys are having to bring me a chair and water and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten about that. My mental image of you is you just sitting the whole time.
Okay, that's good, because that was traumatizing. And then I had to go and dog sit after that, and I'm like, I gotta dip, I'm dog sitting.
So you start playing, and you belt.
I'm loud.
You are loud, but
yeah, it's because I grew up with siblings. I had to annoy them somehow.
Are you the oldest?
No, I'm the youngest.
See, okay, no, there we go. All right,
Yeah.
all right. No, I'm the youngest too.
Yeah.
So
So are both my parents. So it's.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, no, I had a youngest and an oldest.
I'm sorry about your luck.
Well, at least youngest parents understand that you have to shout over everybody to get attention.
And I just had to just be like, guys, my presence is here. You're not the youngest anymore. Sorry.
Oh man, no, I'm getting flashbacks to my own childhood of the
You're
way
welcome.
of the way that my dad would actually describe me, even though he was the youngest.
Yeah.
Anyway, but no, you had not just like a voice that belted out music. You did it well.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Seriously, I was blown away by your performance. I was not expecting that.
I like to be unexpected.
Well, certainly. And that was a fabulous show where I just kind of stood by and was like, I don't think I can follow this.
Thank you. I thought you were really good too.
Well, thank
I
you.
was slaying with all these Smashing Pumpkins songs and all these other songs. And
no, seriously.
and that's the only time I've heard you.
That's the time I brought the 90s to the house.
Yeah. Because that's also when I was really getting into a lot of
the 90s stuff too. So I was like, this is what I'm listening to anyways.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. So tell us, you've gotten this far. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay.
Like, for those who don't know who Spenser is, which I'm assuming, yes, that's Spenser.
Hi guys.
That, you know, I've obviously I've seen you play. You've been playing out. You've been very aggressive isn't the word that I'm looking for, but you've been very active this year in the way that you've been going about things, and which applause to you for
Thank
that one,
you.
because you got to be. I mean, you gotta push if you're going to be doing this, and but yeah, who is Spenser? Why do you spell it with 2 S's?
Can I say that on the air? I have a good story with that. You can edit it out.
Oh,
if you
no,
need to.
no. I want stories.
Okay.
No. I want stories. And what chose you to use the Friends logo as your logo? Or not the Friends logo, but
the font
the
and everything.
font and the dots in between.
Yeah. Okay. So hi, I'm Spenser. I'm a 19-year-old singer-songwriter. I had my first gig when I was 14, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was at Pinheads. I opened for Nico's open stage, so shout out Nick Wengler for giving me my first gig. I sang very depressing songs. That was like, I'd only been writing for a couple months. But, and yeah, I've been kind of more active, COVID hit, and then I moved to Texas, actually.
What?
Yeah, I grew up here, and then my freshman year, we moved to Texas for my dad's job.
Okay.
And then, long story short, we came back.
Okay.
And so pretty much since my sophomore year, I've been doing as many gigs as I can, but it's really picked up this past year because I'm graduated from high school. So
you have bills to pay.
I got tuition to pay for. And also just people are like, oh, she's not a high school kid.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, I've just been singing and writing my songs and doing covers, and people always ask me, what kind of style are you? And I'm just like, whatever I want.
Yeah, no, that's what I appreciated about your set, that you did play that one night. It was a little bit of everything.
Yeah, because I'm like, I remember the first time I got this question, and this answer just came to me, and I was like, wait, kind of ate with that. But I'm like, I'm a teenager. What I listened to a year ago is very different from what I listen to now, so my taste is always changing. So I'm like, why do I have to stick to one thing when having a repertoire of different genres is just more appealing to everybody and more fun to perform, rather than sitting there for like 3 hours performing just solely pop or solely one genre. But I chose the Friends kind of style. I grew up watching Friends, but I'm not like a huge Friends like.
Hold on.
Nick at Night. Nick at Night.
Wait, Friends was on Nick at Night?
Yes. And Netflix.
Well, okay, no, I know it's on Netflix, but I would not have ever guessed Friends would be a Nick at Night show.
Listen, you want to know the shows that were like my favorite when I was literally in elementary school?
Yes.
The Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Gilligan's Island.
Okay.
American Ninja Warrior, but that's like, yeah. I also loved Family Ties. I loved, oh my God.
Hold on. Only a true Family Ties
I don't remember a lot of it. I know it's Michael J.
fan
Fox.
will remember this.
I'm not going to remember it.
What does SCUBA stand for?
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
No, okay.
I watched it when I was in like the 4th grade.
Oh, okay. No,
So I don't remember.
That's
But
fine.
actually, my mom met Skippy. He was at Pinheads.
No way!
He was at Pinheads recording. This was when I was watching the show too, which is so crazy. He was at Pinheads doing like a comedy show, and my mom texted me a picture of him, and I'm like texting him like, "Oh my God, tell him I love him. He's my favorite character."
Skippy was your favorite?
Yes, and then he goes, "I need you to text that to me," to my mom. So my mom, as far as I know, has his phone number.
Has Skip? Okay, here I got one for you as well. Do you remember Scott Valentine? He was the Mallory's boyfriend.
Okay,
Like the motorcycle riding kind of.
I don't remember.
Really?
I
Oh.
remember the only like episode I remember pretty well is the gambling episode.
Okay.
For some reason, but I remember I don't know, because I went through a huge Back to the Future phase, so that's
Yeah,
why I started that, because Michael J. Fox.
Okay. Well, we can move on from Family Ties.
Yes.
I was just gonna say my friend shared an elevator with Scott Valentine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. But what else? What else was percolating for you as you were growing up?
Oh, I don't know. I did a lot. I like to say I did a lot of side quests as a child.
Okay, yeah.
Where like, I played a bunch of sports. I was a big soccer fan, but I also did like softball. I played baseball, like the only girl on my team. I did gymnastics. I did dance and baton. And then I also did acting as a kid and modeling, which I know I did a lot of side quests. None of them are like pertinent to me now. Is that the right word?
No, it is. It is.
Okay,
It is.
I was like, pertinent sounds right, and it felt right, but sometimes I say things
It's
and
okay.
like, but yeah.
Talk as if you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
with
like
authority. Speak with authority.
Yeah, it's like in 1,000 Pound Sisters, they always say things, and they're not saying the right things, but they say it with such confidence, you just believe it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
It's the world of how the world of politics
do
works.
true. Do you want to hear the story with my name?
Yes, I want to hear the story
think
with your name.
I might say it wrong, but I think this is my truth. This is what I remember the story being
This is
like.
your truth.
So my parents had 2 names picked out for me.
Okay.
They thought either Alexandra
All right. No.
or Spencer.
Okay.
And
I could see either,
because
honestly.
I know I feel like I could be an Alex.
Yeah.
But they told my uncle this, right? It was my uncle. They told my uncle this, and they're like, was my name better or worse for the thing?
It was depending on the C or an S.
I know, but which one was like?
I think the other one was the worst.
Okay, so he's like, you should spell it, because they knew a female Spencer, so that's where they got it from.
All right. Yeah.
And so my uncle suggests spelling it with an S. And he said because Spencer with a C would make it so would be a really good stripper name, so they didn't want me to grow up to be a stripper. So it was between Spencer.
Wait. Spencer is a stripper name. So you're still named Spencer.
But not with the C,
not
which is
with
the
the
stripper
C.
name. Yeah. So it was either with Spencer with an S or Alexander. And I think they asked my oldest brother, and he chose Spencer. So now I'm Spencer with an S, not a C. Don't worry,
Yes.
guys. I'm growing up to be a musician, not the other one.
But your Venmo.
But what?
The Venmo you got on the road.
Oh, yeah. Do you want this story too?
I want all the stories.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So me and my friend.
You and me got off on the wrong foot, but that doesn't mean you have to turn me into dust. Haven't you ever heard of second chances? Well, you can't get a second if you don't get a first. I don't know how I get under your skin when you can't even let me in. I don't know how I push your limits when I can't even get a minute of your time. You turn my name to poison, and you make sure that's what I'm drinking. You go and punch a hole in the road between you and me. You turn my name to poison, a mixture of bleach and ammonia. You put a dozen roses on my casket, and then you burn it. Don't know if I need to step up to your level, but I can never stoop that low. You try to take me off the pedestal. You're trying to turn me into a joke. Don't know how I get under your skin when you can't even let me in. I don't know how you could hate me so much unless Your mama never showed you any kind of love. You tore my name to poison, and you make sure that's what I'm drinking. You go and punch the holy hand, the one between you and me. You turn my name to poison, a mixture of bleach and ammonia. You put a dozen roses on my casket, and then you burn it. You turn my name to poison. 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 P-O-I-S-O-N. It's only the beginning. P-O-I-S-O-N. I'm gonna turn you in. P-O-I-S-O-N. It's only the beginning. P-O-I-S-O-N. I'm gonna turn you in. You turn my name to poison. You turn my name to poison. You turn my name to poison. You turn my name to poison.
So me and my friend Gabby, I invited my friend Gabby to go to Master Musicians Festival with me last year, which was a music festival in Somerset, Kentucky that I was in. And my mom's like, okay, we can write on the back of the car, like, girls trip before college starts, and put your Venmo and just see if anybody Venmos you, because people will. We've done this before. I've gotten Venmos before. So I actually
You're giving
have,
me thoughts for when I need to go when I'm starting on
yes,
the road next year.
this is good because we got
maybe not a girl's trip.
hey, you know what? So we get quite a few Venmos.
I'm sure.
And hold on, I gotta pull this up because I have to read
You
it
still
word
have
for
it?
word. Yes, I have all my Venmos on here. So let's see. This is from. Should I name drop him? I don't know who this man is. I don't know what state this was in. James Holcomb. And this said before college. And my friend was 17 at the time. I was 18. So he Venmo'd us 69 cents and said, being a stripper pays more than begging for money on a highway. And so I replied to it because you can reply to Venmos. And I said, thanks. I'm 17, so that's not a viable career option for me at this point, unfortunately. Thanks, James, for the 69 cents. I can buy a package of ramen at least.
And maybe a couple packs of gum, too.
Not in this economy.
No, oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah. It's 2024.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. They are about $1 a pack these days.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't chew gum either.
I don't either. My
Yeah.
kids do.
I have a bad jaw.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, like during COVID, like my jaw would get locked all the time. And now that I'm a singer, like I can't pull the Camila Cabello where she like moves her jaw when she does runs.
That's okay. That's kind of her thing.
Yeah.
Or Christina Aguilera. Or
Yeah.
any of those, like in that vein of pop star. You know, they have that weird jaw movement.
Yeah, Ariana Grande, she's the one.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Love her. Can't sing like her though.
I don't think she can sing like you either.
Yeah, we're a little different, but she slays. And she's Elphaba in Wicked, the movie.
Okay, that's right. Yes.
Are you going to see Wicked? They have the cool popcorn buckets.
They do have the cool popcorn buckets. I noticed that popcorn buckets are now a thing.
Yes, because the Taylor Swift ones for the Eras movie, I got some.
Really? That started it?
I mean, I don't think that's what started it, because there was another movie at the time.
Because Dune had one that looked really creepy.
Yeah, because people were doing weird stuff with that. But
Yes.
there was all the Taylor Swift merch for the Eras.
Sure. Oh yeah.
And
No,
it
I have a
was-
Swiftie. I'm
a Swiftie.
Okay. Are you going to the show?
No, I went in Cincinnati. I went Cincinnati night 2 where she performed I Miss You, I'm Sorry with Gracie Abrams and performed Ivy with Aaron Dessner. I know that probably means nothing to you, but it meant everything to me.
Absolutely nothing to me except the name Aaron Dessner.
Yeah, he slays.
Yeah.
But no, I'm like, I don't have tickets for this unless you have some that you want to give me.
No. I in fact, I feel like I'm far enough away from when
You
this
can hear
happened.
it. Well, oh, never mind.
No,
You're
no.
far enough. I get your drift. Sorry. I was like, because you're close. You can probably hear the concert.
No, well, no. So my daughter is going to be going, like, not to the show because she's been after me to get tickets for, as well as doing whatever she can.
Is it the one downstairs or the 19-year-old?
It's neither.
Oh.
I have 4 daughters.
Oh. Well,
it's my 15-year-old.
Well, if she wants a buddy to go to the concert, and if you get us tickets, I'll take her.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I
I'll
think
be
she
waiting.
needs a good role model.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm not a stripper, so.
No, you're not a stripper. No, you're not.
Not that there's anything wrong with that. So
No, absolutely not.
I'm just saying.
That's perfectly okay.
I was just bringing it back.
Anyway.
This is why you can't give me a microphone.
I guess not. No. Anyway, no, she's gonna be sitting outside the stadium listening to it.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the footage of her show in Italy before it got canceled?
You mean in Vienna? Is that Italy?
Maybe it was Vienna.
Vienna's the one that got canceled.
Okay, so it was Italy then. So she was playing at an open air auditorium, and
all the people
on the outside.
Yes.
She acknowledged them.
I know that. Okay, I love Taylor Swift. Like, I've been a Swiftie since 2008, which is pretty much my entire time I've been conscious.
Yeah, no, seriously,
life.
that's, yeah.
And yeah, I'm like, I need to go so bad. I know she's gonna announce Reputation when she's here, and I'm not gonna be there, and I'm gonna be so salty about it.
You mean the re-release of Reputation?
Yes. I know she's gonna announce it. Yesterday I was at a gig. I was playing in a guy's backyard at a bonfire, and during my break, I look at my phone and my group chat, which is my friend Rory and her cousin and her sister. We have a Taylor Swift group chat. They're like, "There's a new Rep bodysuit. She's gonna announce it tonight," and all this stuff. She didn't, but she was just feeling a little silly last night, I guess. But I know it's gonna happen when she's here, and I'm gonna be so mad.
It's okay. Are you familiar with the store United State of Indiana?
No.
Okay, so have you seen bumper stickers or window stickers of various Star Wars characters morphed into the shape of Indiana?
No.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, they're everywhere. No, so anyway, they are very much an Indiana-centric store, and a lot of their gear is geared towards Indiana, if not all their gear. And so they're celebrating Taylor's end of the tour in Indianapolis with the end of the Eras tour t-shirt.
Can you give me one?
No, you can get yourself one.
Oh, well, if you get me one, I'll give you like $5 for it.
I think they're charging more than that for it. But if United State of Indiana is watching this, hey Graham, Spenser.
What about having that Holcomb guy send you some?
I know James Holcomb.
James Holcomb, hey, you put that 69 cents to use.
This is why I brought this up, is because we were early coming here.
Yeah.
And we were
Sorry,
talking.
I didn't see that text.
Oh no, you're fine. But we were like, it was like 2:30,
Yeah.
and I'm like, should we go look at the Marriott with Taylor Swift on it? Because I can't see that side of the building when I go to school.
Okay.
So we were driving over there, but then we didn't have enough time. But we're gonna go after.
As you should.
Yeah, because
As
I
you should.
need to see that.
Well, I mean, it's not a picture you haven't seen before. It's just like,
I've never seen it on the
30-some-odd
Marriott.
stories tall.
I've never seen it on the Marriott.
Yeah.
And that's,
I mean, Anthony Richardson got knocked off of there for Taylor Swift. So, I mean.
is he the quarterback? He lives in.
Gosh,
Is he
yes.
the one that was just working at my Dairy Queen?
Oh, you work at a Dairy Queen?
No, like it's just
It's
the Dairy Queen.
your Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
Your personal
Like the
one.
one that was near my high school.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
He was working at the... Oh,
It
it's
was-
Jonathan Taylor.
Him, yeah, they were
Yeah.
working at the Dairy Queen where I know a lot of the workers that work there.
Oh, that's wild.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of, it's like when Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox were also at my Noble Romans because he was performing at Grand Park. This was like 2
Really?
years ago.
Oh, wow.
They were just at our Noble Romans.
So,
Was just at your Connor
And Pink was at Connor Prairie.
Tom Hanks was at Dream Palace, which is just 5 blocks from here.
Why don't they come here? Or who? There was somebody that just did an interview. It was Dylan Sprouse did an interview downtown because he stayed at an Airbnb down the street from my high school for like weeks when he was filming a movie here.
Seriously.
And a bunch of people that I went to high school with saw him at a restaurant near my school too.
Indiana's it's got its own little buzz going right now.
I know. It's
love
like,
it.
when am I gonna meet somebody cool?
You just did.
Yeah, I mean, thanks, Spenser. It's just a podcast.
I speak the truth. And
Speaking of,
oh yeah, this is my question I have for you.
Oh, okay, sure.
So
yeah.
every time I say your name, I always say it wrong.
Of course,
And
everyone does. It's
Everybody
okay.
has to tell me how to say it. Can you give me play-by-play on how to say your name?
Gillespie.
I meant your first name.
Josh.
Okay, thank you. That was my bit. Was it good? I actually don't know how to say your last name though. Wait, can you?
I assume that people don't know how to say Gillespie. It's like
Gillespie. I always say like Gillespie,
No, it's fine.
and
I'm sure.
so it's Gillespie.
It's a hard G.
Okay, because then I thought like people were telling me Gillespie.
No, people will say that
Gillespie.
too. It's Gillespie. It's
Gillespie.
like Dizzy
That makes
Gillespie.
sense.
Are
Okay.
you familiar with the jazz musician Dizzy Gillespie? Well, you should.
The only jazz musician I know is Nora Jones.
Does she count?
Yeah, because I was just at music trivia and she was the answer to a jazz question.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, I
All
got
right,
that
well,
question
jazz
right.
trivia says.
legit.
No, yeah.
Legit.
If jazz trivia says Nora
Was
Jones
my
is
bit
jazz.
good? I really thought that through. I was like really excited
You
for it.
really- I fell for it because, I mean, obviously,
You
people
said-
are going to be asking me how to say a name.
Yeah.
All right.
How do you say your first name? Josh. I thought that was pretty good. You know, I should give people
This is
play-by-play.
unlike any interview I've ever had.
Because, I mean, just teenage girl.
I've had a teenage girl on here before.
Was it Anna?
It was Anna.
Knew it.
It was, see, Anna,
And we're going to see her tonight. She's going to be at our show.
she is, yeah.
I'm excited.
Anna and my oldest daughter, Hannah.
That's not confusing at all.
No, not at all. We're in the same class at the Junior Achievement Center. You know where that is, over on Keystone.
I don't know what that is.
It's. Do you know what it is?
Right there at 71st Street.
Yeah,
Right by.
it's right by the Walmart. And anyway, so they were in a class together, like back in junior high, and or like early middle school, something like that. And so the first time that I had Anna on the show, you know, I'd listened to her stuff, and I thought she was much older than she was.
She does have a very mature voice.
Not only does she have a mature voice, but I mean, what she writes about is she comes at it from a very mature perspective. And so I thought, I'm talking to somebody in her 20s. And I get there, or no, they get to the studio, and they remembered my daughter and my wife. And I'm like, why would you remember that? Because they were in the same class together. And I was like, wait a minute. At the time, you're 17. And it just blew my mind. I didn't even know what to.
That was like, I mean, when we had our gig together, I remember you asked me how old I was, and I was
Yeah.
like 18, and you were like,
It gets me a
baffled.
little unnerved because when I'm talking to people who are essentially my children's age,
yeah,
it's
we're the new generation.
well, no, I know I'm passing away,
Yeah.
slowly. But
I'm so,
surely.
I'll remember you.
I appreciate that.
I'll keep your memory alive.
I sing the Sarah McLachlan song.
In the arms of the angel.
Not that one.
Oh,
No. Will you remember me?
no.
You don't know that one? Isn't that
Maybe.
the one she does? No, it's Angel that she does for the dogs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the one I just sang.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
sing a Taylor Swift song, or
That's all right. That's the. No.
you're gonna get canceled. You better watch it. I'm gonna cancel him.
Please don't cancel me. This is all I got.
Gotta be a Swiftie.
All right. I didn't say I wasn't.
Well, you don't want me to play a Taylor Swift song. I could play like the best Taylor Swift song of all time that you've never heard, and it could be your favorite song.
Will it be off Folklore?
That's my favorite album.
That is my favorite album.
Twins. I was a big Speak Now stan because that was like my album, and then recently I've come to terms that I'm now a Folklore girly. Are you?
Oh.
You're a Folklore girly too.
I am. No, 100%. So I was not the biggest Taylor Swift fan, probably because I had a daughter who was just playing her and talking about her literally 24/7. And I was just like, I get too much of this. This is just hitting me too much. And then she dropped Folklore, in the middle of the pandemic. And I was like, what just happened?
Because it was a big shift, especially from Lover.
Well, yeah, I did not. I mean, if you had to ask me, like, what songs did I enjoy, I probably enjoyed the songs off Reputation more than I enjoyed the songs off Lover.
Reputation slays. That's my second favorite album.
And, but when I heard Folklore, literally, I was like, every single song. She can do no wrong on that album.
Have you heard Evermore, too?
I have. To me, it was just a really, people apparently say that Evermore is better than Folklore, which I will vehemently argue. To me, Evermore sounds like a collection of B-sides that could have been on Folklore, but she decided not to.
Well, there's like this thing. Have you heard this? That there's a theory that Taylor Swift hates Evermore.
Oh, good.
And
honestly, hope she does.
Don't say that, because Evermore, Tolerate It, is probably my favorite track 5. You don't even know the lore behind a track 5.
I don't. I know. The lore.
There's lore. It's track 5 on every album. Always ends up being like her most like vulnerable song, whether it's
really
happy or sad. Like, because like her song "Dear John" is track 5 on. I think "Dear John" is track 5 on "Speak Now," which is about her and John Mayer. Or like,
yes.
It just always ends up being. Or on her new album, it's "So Long London," which is her ex was London, so it's like saying goodbye to that relationship and everything. But it's
Isn't
always
she saying goodbye to a relationship with every album.
If you do you really want to go there today?
No, I don't want to go there today.
Exactly.
I don't.
That's where you're gonna get canceled.
That's.
But if you want to, have you heard the Torture Poets Department?
Oh, My Tears Ricochet.
Yep, that's the track 5.
That is the track 5. Mm-hmm. I had to go and look and be like,
well, first of all, you need to listen to Tolerate It, because
all right.
Watch the live, like her doing it on the Eras tour. She doesn't do it anymore on the Eras tour because of the Torture Poets Department. Sure. But watch that, because that performance changed my life. And also,
hold on. How?
Because it's literally her and a guy sitting at two ends of a table, and it's basically like, I try so hard, but you just tolerate my existence. And she like gets on the table, is breaking the glasses and everything, and it's like, it's so good.
Wait, a Taylor Swift song with Righteous Anger?
Yeah, it's slays.
All right.
Have you never heard Speak Now or Fearless? She was unhinged in Speak Now era. That's when, do you know she would throw chairs during her concert, and also it's
during her concert?
Yes, like she has some rock songs on Speak Now.
Sure, yeah.
And so
that was like the album that was like sort of like breaking away from country into more popish.
No, that one's still country. Actually, Through Red is considered country. Red's like the one that has We're Never Getting Back Together and stuff on it.
Yeah.
But 1989 was her breaking away from country, which has like Blank Space, Shake It Off, and everything like that. But and there's a video of her with a Joe Jonas doll, and she goes, "Look, it has a phone, so it can break up with other dolls over the phone." And she also name dropped him on Ellen and said how he broke up with her over a 27-second phone call, and that's why the intro to Last Kiss is 27 seconds. And she says "Last Kiss" 27 times in the song.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I would say she is very methodical.
She is.
She's a great writer.
She's amazing.
I won't disrespect Miss Swift.
I love her.
But there are probably some certain parents who probably had a little bit enough.
Oh, don't! I have a story that I can tell you off the podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, but my favorite song, like of all time, right now, it's on the new album. It's called "The Black Dog."
Now, what do you think about the new album? We are totally off course here.
It's okay.
What do you think? Yeah, I was going to say.
I love it. It's one that Jack Antonoff, he's the one who produced most of it.
Well, pretty much all of it, right?
Yeah, it was him and Aaron Dessner, but because I know a lot of people weren't receptive to it when it first came out, and some people are going to like it now as it's been a little bit, but he's always like, it's not the response when it first comes out, it's how it ages. Because everybody hated Reputation when it came out, because it was so different than anything she'd ever done. And now it's like everybody's favorite album. Like, I remember listening to Look What You Made Me Do when it came out, and I was like, what is this? But now it's...
As soon as I heard that song, I mean...
It's one of my favorites of her first singles, like her debut singles of an album now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I personally really, really like the album, because I pay attention to lyrics. Mm-hmm. So if I don't like the lyrics of a song, sometimes I won't like it.
Okay.
But I really like it. There's so many songs on there that I'm like have on repeat.
I have used Ready For It on a number of times.
Good.
Good.
Are you ready for it?
for Instagram stories and stuff like that.
Well,
I'm talking way too much about Taylor Swift.
After this, you just have to listen to Tolerate It. Watch the live version. You have to listen to the Black Dog. And what was the other one I said? There's something else. Just listen to all of the albums, honestly. Like
I got.
You can do it.
Let's see. Before my daughter started listening to Spotify, and they still had access to my Apple Music, I have everything up to. Oh, no, I have LOML.
Love of My Life or Loss of My Life. That one's so good.
Yeah, that is that's the one from Tortured Poets Department that is currently on here. My wife must have downloaded that, which says apparently quite a bit right now. Anyway, so hopefully it means Love of My Life.
No, it's Loss of My Life.
Thank you. We'll take it for love.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like we've talked about everything but you.
Yeah. I'm a yapper.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. So we've gotten a little bit about you. Tell me about like the musical. Obviously, Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm. We spent a great deal of time there. But what other musical interests? Like you said that earlier, that what you did, you don't listen to the same thing all the time. Like what you listened to a year ago is not what you're listening to now. Mm-hmm. So what are you listening to now as opposed to a year ago? Mm-hmm. And what is it that is inspiring you in your music writing?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like I don't like to abandon a lot of my music. So something I listened to a year ago, I usually still listen to now. But I mean, I was obviously listening to Taylor Swift or Olivia Rodrigo. Her Guts album came out a year ago. So I was so good. And I saw her live. Those are two albums that are like, I'm always the age that the album is about. So that album about being 19 is like everything. So I listened to a bunch of Peter McPoland, who I'm seeing next month at the Hi-Fi. He's like a smaller artist. But like recently this year, I've been getting into a lot more 90s, mainly because I have to play it at work because it's like one of the only things where people won't get into a fight over. But like the Cranberries or Jeff Buckley. I got really into Jeff Buckley, which we talked about him at our gig at the Cantina.
Seriously, Grace. I mean, may he rest in peace. But that entire album, front to back. I always get like asked like my favorite songs. So I have 4 songs that I've deemed like my favorite songs, and one of them is "Lover You Should Have Come Over," and then "Silver Springs" by Fleetwood Mac, which I love. Fleetwood Mac. Did you hear they might be getting back together? With Lindsey Buckingham?
Mm-hmm. Stevie Nicks just announced that she can work with him again, and they made an Instagram. And it has 9 followers because it's private, but I'm holding out hope that there's a Fleetwood Mac reunion while I'm alive. And yeah, but...
Kristen McVie died. There can't be a full-on reunion.
Yeah. That's sad.
So...
Yeah. But also recently, because now that you brought that up, kind of morbid... but I've also, I've recently gotten into One Direction. I was a huge hater as a kid.
Oh, sure.
Like I was a hater of like Justin Bieber and One Direction and all that stuff. But I'm wearing I saw Niall over the summer, so I have his shirt on right now. But my friend's a huge Directioner, so I've been listening to a lot of them, and they actually have some fire songs. Clouds. It's a good one. I know you don't know what that is. You're looking at me like you have no thoughts behind your eyes. But
only like, what is that? Is that where I store all my information?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I don't understand the question you just asked, so I'm just
cloud.
Yeah.
Stored in the cloud.
Oh, I get it. Like iOS and phones.
That was my bit.
I get it. It wasn't as funny as mine, but you tried. But yeah, as far as like my songwriting, I don't know, because people always, I feel like they're always like, what's your process? And it's like, it's never the same, because sometimes you have to like sit down and force yourself to write a song, or sometimes something will just come to you and you're like, wait, I need to write this down. Or sometimes one of my favorite things is writing with people. And when I was at the J Ever Light program, I was always writing with my friends, and that was so awesome and really helped me gain new perspectives on songwriting and creation. But yeah, as far as songwriting, I don't know. I take inspiration from whether it's my real life, but obviously I'm 19. I haven't done a whole bunch. I don't know. Every day I go to school and like...
Here's the thing. that, and I don't, not that you're going to know everything about the world at 19, but some of the greatest songs that have ever been written have been written by people who should have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
So take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, because I found that, because especially when I was writing when I was 14 and 15, and I'm like, what do? I go to school every day. Like, what am I going to write about? So I like watching like TV shows and pulling from the character storylines or writing about that. Or Taylor Swift with Folklore. It's a storytelling album. Like, all of it are stories she made in her head. So sometimes like I'll make stories up. Like, I wrote a song literally like 2 days ago, and I texted my friends, I just wrote a song. And my friend goes, what's it about? And I said, I don't know. I just yapped in song. That's what I said. I'm like, I'm not writing about my real life right now.
No, that's fine.
It's just whatever comes to mind and what I feel like writing about.
Yeah. That's very cool. That's very cool. So, you're going to be playing a few songs for us.
Yes.
But right now it's still a mystery as to what they will be.
Yeah.
Which I'm all fine with. Yeah. Maybe we get to hear the new Yap song.
Probably not, because I'm still working out the bridge.
Okay.
But I do have one that I've written in the past few weeks that I think I want to do.
Hey.
And it's about my life. It's not fake.
All right. Where can people find Spenser?
Well, I'm at your house right now.
Online.
Okay. So my Instagram, my name is spelled Spenser, Spenser. This is very vital information, because if you look it up with a C, you're not going to find me. But my Instagram is Spenser Sings, and Sings has 2 S's at the end. My TikTok is spenser.ent. My Spotify, I have 2 songs out. One's called Burden. One's called 6 Minutes in Georgia. You can usually find me with 6 Minutes in Georgia. There are not a lot of songs called that. What else do I have? I also have Facebook, Spenser Johns, and my link tree is Miss Spenser, and I think my mom's pulling out a card. I don't know what So
for those who may have wondered why Spenser keeps on looking off to her right, her mother's over here too.
Yeah. She's looking for one of my cards, because I have they're in there. Oh, there we go. You can scan this little QR code link.
Hold on.
Oh, are we doing a close-up?
We're gonna make sure this is...
Yeah. If you scan that link, it brings you to my link tree, and it has anything and everything you could ever find me on, except things that I don't want you to find me on. So
I don't even know what to do with that.
Like, just like my personal stuff.
Okay.
Like I have like a personal Instagram and a singing Instagram.
Sure, yes.
You follow both, though.
I do.
Yeah.
You've allowed me that access.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
I think you just found my personal one first.
I think I did.
Yeah, and so I followed you in my singing. I'm just like, sometimes people do that, and I'm like, okay, I'm just following you on both.
All right. So what do you have planned going forward? Like, so, you're in college now.
Yeah.
You're using your gigs to help pay for college. And, so that means you're gigging a lot.
Trying to, yeah.
So how do you see this going forward for you over the next 5 years? Which is probably a big question to ask, because even if you ask me where I see myself in 5 years, I don't have an answer for that. I'm only planning out through the end of 2025 as far as it goes to music. Because 2025 is my make or break year.
We're going to make you make.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
And so thank you.
You're welcome.
But how do you see this playing out for you? Like, do you want to pursue music full time, like after college, or do you have some idea of like, where do you see this going?
Mm-hmm. So I'm at the IUPUI Kelly School of Business studying marketing, but I'm doing it because music is not just like the performing aspect. There's also the business side of it.
Oh, yes.
So I'm doing that because I want to be able to understand the business side of it. And I want to do music in any way that I can, whether that be me performing for however long I can, or just doing something related to music, because that's all I've wanted to do my whole life. And that's all I want to do now. And as far as like 5 years, I don't know, because I'm so restricted with what I can do now because of my age.
Sure.
And especially like it's gotten better these past few years, but I know I get rejected from gigs or people don't reach out to me just because of my age. And that's been a huge setback. So hopefully within 5 years, I'm able to do a lot more because obviously I'll
Maybe
be
within
past
3 years.
I know within two and a half
3
years.
2.5.
Because I'll hit the 21 mark where I can go into bars. But yeah, that's just because I don't know what the possibilities are right now because I can't do a lot because of being my age. And the only way I can get people to see that I'm not just a dumb kid is by performing. But if they won't let me perform, it's like, how do I do it? And that's why I'm grateful for people like you and Aaron and different people around that let me come and join them with their gigs or help me get my foot in the door with venues, because then they see, oh, she's not just a dumb little 19-year-old who's can't do anything. She can do at least a little something. She got a little pizzazz in her kick.
Let me tell you this about Spenser. She's got more than a little pizzazz in her kick. She is an incredible artist. So for those of you who are watching now, later, whenever, definitely check her out because you will be wowed. And I was wowed. I mean, and I'm not saying this just because you're sitting in front of me. I was literally wowed by you.
Thank you.
Just seeing you perform again. And my mental image of you is of you sitting on, and not because you, I completely forgot
Me passing out.
Yeah, forgot about you passing out.
And I pushed through. I kept going.
No, you did.
I kept going through that song as I'm passing out. Y'all are bringing me a chair, and I'm sitting down drinking water in the middle of a song, and I kept going.
It was pretty epic.
I know that's a true rocker.
That is a true rocker. No, but I am thoroughly impressed. You have some amazing talent.
Thank you.
I can't wait to see what happens with you as you continue progressing, as you continue writing, as you continue releasing music. Like I said, you only have 2 songs out now, but
And they're old songs too.
we hope for more in the future.
Yes.
So, guys, be checking out Spenser, and she's going to play us out here with another number. And I hope that you guys enjoy her. I know that I have enjoyed this conversation as there was no direction to it. I mean, we've talked about the band One Direction. There was no direction in this particular conversation, which makes it fun, you know. And we got a lot of Taylor Swift info.
Yes, I can tell you more after.
That's all right.
Oh,
I have a daughter who can tell me that. Probably the same thing.
But you don't get my awesome commentary.
That is true. I don't.
You get her awesome commentary, but my commentary can be different.
Could be. We'll have to figure that out off air. Anyway, stick around for more from Spenser, and we will be back again in a couple weeks. See you soon. Bye.
I don't know who I am or who I'm gonna be. I am just a kid with a lot of pressure from society. Got a stone spin around in my head. It's my turn, oh, it's my future intent for me now. But I need to find it real fast before the time starts to pay us past. So, what you wanna do, girl? Where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl? What's your future hold? Time is slipping away. Gotta pick it fast, girl. Gotta pick a ride. It's a win-lose, girl. You pick your fight. It's the real world's game. It's the real world's game. If I don't choose, the papers will say, blame it on the mother. So I just guess I'll have to roll the dice, but the numbers aren't ever in my favor. What you wanna do, girl? Where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl? What's your future hold? Time is slipping away. Gotta pick it fast, girl. Gotta pick a ride. It's a win-lose, girl. You pick your own fight. It's the real world's game. It's the real world's game. Got a stone spin around in my head. What does my future intend? But I need to find it fast before the time starts to pass on. What you wanna do, girl? Where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl? What's your future hold? Time is slipping away. Gotta pick it fast, girl. Gotta pick a ride. It's a win-lose, so you pick your own fight. It's the real world's game. What you wanna do, girl? Where you wanna go? What you wanna be, girl? What's your future hold? Time is slipping away. Gotta pick it fast, girl. Gotta pick a ride. It's a win-lose, girl. You pick your own fight. It's the real world's game. It's the real world's game.